All right, today is a beautiful Florida summer day. It's July 2019, and I'm making this video um, just to remember myself in the future and just to remember what mistakes not to make in the future while changing the front brake pads in this 2015 Toyota Tacoma 4-cylinder double cab. Um, Basically, you start with loosening up the nuts of the front wheel. Don't remove it all the way, just loosen it up just a little bit, and then you jack up the truck using Toyota's jack stand at this location, which is recommended by Tacoma in my manual. And then just for a secondary protection, I have this jack stand. It's a 2-ton jack stand, but I prefer to have it at least a 3-ton jack stand for this type of truck. And once you jack it up, once the wheels are above the ground, you remove this wheel by removing all these nuts. Alright, so also before you start any project, make sure you have all your safety squared out. Make sure you have sunglasses, gloves. You also supposed to have a wheel stop that I do not have right now on the rear wheels. And make sure I also prefer to have a spotter. Anybody else just to keep looking at you just in case something happens to you while you're doing this project. Also, make sure never to go under the vehicle. All right, and you never supposed to go under the vehicle. A lot of bad things can happen if you go under the vehicle. Alright, so next I would just do a visual inspection on the existing brake. As you can see, these brakes are pretty worn out and they were starting making a noise. That's when I realized they should be really bad. You can see there is nothing left. No padding left, no brake pads actually left, and the metal is connected, touching the metal. So you should change your brakes before you get to this situation. Just make sure there are no fluids leaking or anything. This is your brake line. That in Tacoma you don't need to touch all that to change the brake pads unless you are changing this whole caliper. But for this video purposes, we'll be just changing the brake pads. So the way it works is we'll be removing this thing right here, and then this will just come out. The bottom will remove this, and this will come out, and then we'll just pull this brake pads out, and hopefully they are not stuck in there. Otherwise you'll have to wiggle it out a lot. Now I have my pen here. I'm gonna give it a quick wash to remove some brake pad debris of the brake pads and the caliper. For that I'll be using non-chlorinated black cleaner. I have my new brake pads for this Tacoma, and you can see the part number 04465-04070. There are two different kind of brake pads available from Toyota. One is a cheaper one, and another one is a little bit more money. This is, I believe, it's the expensive one, and this is how the brake pad looks like. These are the original equipment, and you can also see the Toyota on it. And this is the indicator, brake wear indicator, and this is the other one. Now the brake wear indicator pad goes on the back side. It's either this way or that other way. I believe it goes this way. Alright, but we'll figure it out when we take out the old one. Alright, so let's take these old brake pads out. For that, first we'll just spring out basically this thing, you push it this way, this clip you push it this way and it will get loose. See, just take it out from this hole right here, and this other one, there we go. So now it's loose. Now this other top one, first you take the top one, the bottom one, just have to figure it out which one, how they are installed. But usually, there we go. There is a little small hole in there that gets it lashed. You can see that hole right here. And I'll show you again when we put this in. So basically, this came out of there. You just slide it in from that hole or slide it out. Now, the bottom one, you just push, also take that one out. For that, you may have to, now this one looks like it's connecting here, right here. That we need to take it out, so I would use my plier just to move this, rotate this so it will get it loose. Let's see if we can do that. Or you can just pull this out. There we go, we pull this out and take this one out. Make sure not to lose this unless it came with your new brake pads. We'll be reusing this part. Now this one, as I said, it just slides out. Top one slides out as well. Well, looks like the pistons are pretty pressed against the brake pads, so we will be using our plier to clamp and push this in, so the pistons will get in and it will loosen up this brake pad. And same with this one, we'll press these this way inside, so its pistons will go inside and it will loosen up the pad. Let's see if we can do that. Alright, so I have a good grip right here. There's a little bit of space left, and I'm just gonna make it tight. And this way. And I may have to put the camera away for a second just to use my both hands. I'll be right back. Alright, so I found the best way to use this is right here. It's a very convenient place right here. Just use this. As you can see, it's coming together. Don't use a little bit both up and down, a little bit on top, a little bit on the bottom, a little bit on the top. Now let's see. There it goes. That's the old pad came out. And you can see there is nothing left on this pad. And this is supposed to be our new pad. As you can see the difference in thickness. For versus this one. I'll put side by side here. Alright, so these shims also came out of this. There are two shims that will be reusing it. Right now it looks like one, but there are two. So there are two shims in there, and that's for the outer pad. Now we'll be working on the inner pad. Let's see if we can take that one out. So here is the rotor, here is the outer pistons, these are inner pistons. Again, we'll be using our plier to push this, push up here, wiggle a little bit, and hopefully it will come out. Let's try that. There you go. And today must be our lucky day. Oh my God, there is nothing left on this pad. And you can see there's a wear indicator on this. Has broke. Oh no, my bad. There's a wear indicator right here. It has broke. There's nothing left. So again, here is your inner one. And oh, my bad. That's flipped it. There we go. This one and this one. Now again, there are two shims. There should be two shims. Oh, there you go. The other shims is still on it. There you go. This came out. Same kind of shim is here. It just stuck together. And let's see if we can take this out. As you can see right here, there are two shims. And hold it right here, and there we go. There are two shims. They basically, this one goes just like this here, and the other one goes right on top of it. But before we put those in, I'm going to give it a quick wash and take out as much this carbon on it as much I can. But first, before I do that, I'm gonna give a quick look at this, and I'm gonna give it a quick wash with the brake cleaner. Again, I'm using my non-chlorinated brake cleaner, and I'll just give it a very thorough wash. Alright, so we have everything cleaned and dried. I also cleaned out the shims with some wire brush and the degreaser. It came out pretty clean. So this is how it goes. Brake pad, this one and this one, and same with the other brake pad. In between, I'm going to use this synthetic or high performance brake lubricant, or you can use any one you want, but this is the one I was recommended, so that's the one I'm going to use, and I'm going to apply it here. Then I'm going to put this in, then I'm going to apply some here, and I'm going to put this on, and it will be ready. And I'll put some more lubricant over here, over here, over here, and over here where it goes in. Also, I'll put some lubricant right here on this rubber and inside. And before we do all that, I'm gonna push these pistons back so we can slide the brake pads inside. So basically I will use this and kind of make sure the top one doesn't come out too much while you're pushing this one. As you can see, it came out. I'm going to push this one a little bit more inside. You're supposed to use there's a special tool for it that you can rent it from the auto store, which I will do it next time, I guess. That's what this video is all about, to see my mistakes. And there it goes. Yep, that's the best I can get. Alright, and let's open up this lubricant and apply it generously. Alright, so I opened this up, this brake lubricant, and apply it all over here on the back side of the brake pad. Make sure you do not put anything on the actual pad. You put it, apply here liberally, then the shim, then the another shim. I also applied it over here on the pistons, and over here. Alright, so now basically it just goes in this order. Okay, and I'm gonna apply some more over here. I should have get some more, but the good thing about this is that this one has a color, so you can actually see where you are applying. Some people prefer to put a lot, and well, usually this is how much it usually works for me. And see if I forgot something. Nope, that's about it. Now we're gonna pick this up and slide this in. Alright, so let me get prepared for that. Alright, so I also put some lubricant on the top side and the bottom side of the brake pad, where they're going to actually slide on the caliper, just to hoping that it's not going to make any noise. Now let's try to set this in. Alright, so I sort of had to use my both hands to get this in, but this is how it goes. Let's see if I can take it out and slide this in. There it goes. And basically you align the holes right here, that's where it stays. And that's about it, guys. And I'm gonna repeat the same process on this side. Alright, so here is the other side, and we are putting the brake press in. First you have to push the calipers in. I use this plier to push the calipers in. Basically, you push it like this, and make sure you don't push it too much at one time. Make sure the holes line up. Alright, so we have our locking bars, whatever you want to call it, in place, ready to go in here and in here. And the bottom one, before you put it in, we have to use this I guess brake pad or retention clip, I would call it. Basically it just goes right here, goes through the bottom. So right here, I'm just gonna pass it through here, and I'll leave it here. Push this on the right here. Alright, so now it will just wiggle it in, make sure it's all lubed up. Push this in a little bit. It went in all the way. That's great. Now, the spring, you see this hole right here? It's another one right here. Basically, you push this back and make sure it gets in there. This side, it gets in here. Alright, then basically top one just gets in there. And now you have this other clip. So this hole right here, as you can see, there's this hole right here, and then there is another hole right here. That's how it's going to go. There's a hole right here. That's where this piece will go. First, we'll put the bottom one in. Let's put that in the hole, but however it wants to go in. Then, okay, it wants to go bottom up. Alright, fine. And then we'll kind of work its way. In this case, the hole will be on the bottom side. So right there is the hole. As you can see, I'm going to slide it in there. And that's it.